After the lackluster reception of The Rise of Skywalker, Lucasfilm has found great success with its small-screen Star Wars projects on Disney+. From The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett to the recent Obi-Wan Kenobi limited series, fans have been treated to a lot of new material they never thought they would see and set in a galaxy far, far away. The latest Star Wars series is Andor, starring Diego Luna. Reprising his role from Rogue One, a Star Wars story, Andor is a curious series as it is spun off from a very divisive Star Wars feature film and follows a character that not many fans were interested in seeing more of. But with acclaimed writer Tony Gilroy on board for a limited 2-season commitment, Andor needs to prove it has a reason to exist. While the production values are the best we have yet seen from a Disney Plus Star Wars series, Andor starts out as an underwhelmingly dull entry in the franchise before picking up steam 4 episodes in. Set 5 years before the events of Rogue One, Andor drops us into the pre-rebellion days of Cassian Andor, played by Diego Luna. We meet him while he is hiding out on the planet Morlana 1, which is controlled by the Preox Corporation, a mining company with a militaristic security force eerily reminiscent of the Empire. When Cassian finds himself mixed up in the death of 2 Preox security officers, his life changes forever. The early episodes of the series weave Cassian evading authorities searching for him as a suspect, with flashbacks to his childhood and what led him on his journey far from home. We quickly meet his close friend Bix Colleen, played by Adria Arjona, who is one of the few people who knows his true identity. Marva, played by Fiona Shaw, is a maternal figure in Cassian's life who helps conceal Cassian while he searches for his lost sister. It is through Marva and Bix that Cassian comes into contact with Luthen Rael, played by Stellan Skarsgård, a leader in the just germinating rebellion. At the same time, we also spend a good deal with 2 antagonistic characters. Cyril, played by Kyle Soller, works for Preox and is determined to find Cassian and bring him to justice. The parallels between Preox and the Empire are very clear, and it seems that Cyril's eventual indoctrination is a foregone conclusion. Dedra Miro, played by Denise Gow, begins her investigation into Andor and the rebellion, while also trying to prove her suspicions true to Imperial officers who refuse to believe anyone or any group could stop their organization's progress. Both Cyril and Dedra are intriguing antagonists and show an angle to the hierarchy of the Empire that we have not really seen in Star Wars before. While I've only seen the first 4 episodes of the series, it is somewhat confusing as to why so much time is spent with either Dedra or Cyril. At the same time, we do have a few scenes with Mon Mothma, played by Genevieve O'Reilly, reprising her performance, that delivers a much different perspective to her story in the earliest days of her turn against the powers that be. O'Reilly never got to do all that much in her film appearances, but I would have been intrigued to watch a series just about Mon Mothma based on these first episodes. Andor will have a 3-episode premiere on Disney+, and there's good reason. In watching the first 4 episodes, I felt the story takes far too much time to get going, and only begins to gain any momentum in the closing minutes of the 3rd episode. The 3 opening chapters spend a great deal of time orienting us to the power structure of the Preox Corporation, which feels like a bargain bin empire. Following Cassian Andor as he evades Preox officers and performs petty crimes, it's a little boring to watch and only gets exciting once Stellan Skarsgård arrives on the scene. Skarsgård delivers a great performance as a mentor to Andor and serves as a blend of Woody Harrelson's Tobias Beckett from Solo: A Star Wars Story with a little Qui-Gon Jinn thrown in for good measure. The relationship between Andor and Luthen is only teased in these episodes, but his very presence elevates this series greatly. It's only in the 4th episode that the real rebellion side of the story takes shape and left me feeling like the first 3 hours could have been streamlined into a single episode. The 4th chapter of Andor finally shifts the story into another mode and is also the first chapter directed by Susanna White. The first 3 are helmed by Toby Haynes, who directed half of the season. White's direction definitely picks up the pace a bit and feels more like Star Wars, but it remains to be seen how her other 2 episodes fare as well as the 3 directed by Benjamin Caron. The 4th episode is also where Tony Gilroy handed over scripting to his brother Dan. Tony Gilroy wrote 5 episodes total, Dan Gilroy wrote 3, with Stephen Schiff contributing 1, and Beau Willimon drafting the remaining 3. With a great score by Nicholas Britell, Andor does succeed in giving us an angle on the Star Wars universe we have never seen before. There's a great level of detail in this series and production values that exceed even what we saw on Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I cannot help but feel something is missing from this series that holds it back from feeling exciting in the least. As a fan of the Star Wars franchise, including the prequels and sequels, I have found something to appreciate in every series so far released on Disney+. There's a lot of potential in Andor that I can see peeking through in this first third of the season. I love Diego Luna's dedication to fleshing out his character's life story, and there are some compelling supporting performances here, but I often found myself wondering if this series picked the wrong focal point to explore the origins of the rebellion against the Empire. Tony Gilroy certainly has taken some creative challenges by making this a grounded and gritty look at the Star Wars universe, but it also seems to miss the heart of what makes George Lucas's franchise so exciting to watch. I am reserving final judgment on Andor until I've had the chance to watch the entire 12-episode season, but based on what I have seen, I am a little disappointed. Andor is good, but should have been great, and I may be more generous than I should be. That's why I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching JoBlo videos. If you like this content, make sure to like this video and click on the bell to receive notifications for our latest videos.